How's it going, you guys? It is Paul, the WWE fan here, back with another video. I haven't uploaded in a while. I'm very sorry. I had switched phones, and so I didn't get into my account for a while. I'm finally back into my account. So today, I've been thinking for the past day or two now. I was like, I wonder what would happen if Shawn Michaels actually beat John Cena for the WWE Championship back at WrestleMania 22. I believe it was 22 back in 2000. Well, it was 2007. So, Goes Hollywood was 2007, whatever. WrestleMania 2007, whatever. And I was thinking, Shawn Michaels has only won the WWE Championship twice. Yes, he had lengthy title reigns, but I would have loved to see third and final reign for Shawn Michaels. So I was thinking, we're going to go back in time and see what happened. What would have happened? What if Shawn Michaels beat John Cena? But first, we need to go back to the Royal Rumble. Was it 2000? Wait. Yeah. We need to go back to the Royal Rumble to ensure Shawn Michaels wins the Royal Rumble. So now, I know he had a match against John Cena either way at WrestleMania. But, how's it going on, you guys? It's your boy, Paul, the WWE fan here. And I was thinking, Shawn Michaels, my favorite wrestler, he'd won the WWE Championship twice, back in 1996 and 1997. He did have both lengthy reigns, and he was one of the most popular wrestlers ever. And I was going through my head thinking, what would have happened if Shawn Michaels would have beat John Cena at WrestleMania 23 for the WWE Championship to have a third and final reign? See, it'd only be 3 reigns, but I wanted to think what would have happened. So, this is what if Shawn Michaels defeated John Cena for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 23. So first, we need to go back 2 months to the Royal Rumble. Now, you guys are probably wondering, why do we need to go back to the Royal Rumble? Well, we need to give Shawn Michaels a lot of momentum going into WrestleMania. So originally, The Undertaker won the Rumble. But this time we're going to have Shawn Michaels win, because Shawn Michaels was actually a possible winner for the Royal Rumble 2007 to tie with Stone Cold Steve Austin. So we need to go back and ensure that Shawn Michaels wins the Royal Rumble 2007. So basically what he does is The Undertaker does not toss him over the top rope. Shawn Michaels ends up being the one on the rope. And you'd think he'd toss over Undertaker, but no. He's actually going to toss the Undertaker over. The Undertaker's going to hold under the ropes. And then Shawn Michaels is going to hit sweet chin music to knock the Undertaker off the ropes and win the Royal Rumble for the 3rd time in his career. Which is 11 years in the making of winning a 3rd Rumble. And now we're going to move on. And so now he's going to start his feud with John Cena. Yes, they still win the tag team championships in this timeline. They're still going to win the tag team championships. But things are going to go corrupted. And originally they were tag team championships in real life. But they're going to lose the championships right before WrestleMania. So the week on Raw, they're defending their titles against, let's say Rated RKO. They're defending their championships against Rated RKO. Things are going to go corrupted between Shawn Michaels and John Cena. And Edge is going to spear Shawn Michaels, and Randy Orton's going to RKO John Cena. Since John Cena is the legal man, John Cena is going to end up taking the pinfall. Michaels is held down by Edge. Edge made sure that Shawn Michaels can't get up. They're going to lose their championships a week prior, so they can set up for their big match at WrestleMania. So originally, John Cena wins. We got to ensure Shawn Michaels wins. So when John Cena goes for that last attitude adjustment, Shawn Michaels is going to land on his feet, knock Cena out with sweet chin music. 1, 2, 3. The match ends, and Shawn Michaels wins the WWE Championship. And John Cena is now going to take some time after the loss at WrestleMania. He's going to take some time off from WWE. And now Shawn Michaels, who's what's going to happen for Shawn Michaels in the WWE Championship? Well, I'm going to tell you, he's going to have some big feuds. And now, coming off of a win against both John Cena and Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton is going to go chasing the WWE Championship, which is going to set up a big feud for Money in the... Wait, no, not Money in the Bank, because Money in the Bank wasn't that at the time. I'm very, very sorry. I said for the next pay-per-view, which I actually don't remember what the next pay-per-view was, so I'm very, very sorry, guys. I think it was probably like... I probably should have researched a lot more before I did this video, because I've seen that match. I actually quite enjoyed that match. But Randy Orton is going to be taunting Shawn Michaels for weeks. And just a few weeks before the next pay-per-view, Edge is going to turn on his best friend, Randy Orton. Because Edge wants the title too. And so, which sets up a triple threat match between Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton, and Edge. Well, what's going to happen? Edge is going to... I don't want to go into too much detail. At the very end of the match, Edge is going to spear Randy Orton. Shawn Michaels is going to get up. He's going to super kick Edge. Edge is going to go flying out... Is going to go rolling out of the ring. And Shawn Michaels pulls Randy Orton for the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Shawn Michaels is going to retain his championship. Which, probably... Well, actually, Money in the Bank wasn't even a pay-per-view back in 2007. So I think it was probably... like, whatever it was. I'm very sorry, guys. I probably should have done more research on this. I'm so sorry. I'm not the person to put in the work all the time. And since this is a weaker channel, I don't know how many views this video is going to get. But it's going to be entertaining. So the next night on Raw, Shawn Michaels is going to come out and he's going to challenge somebody. He's going to do an open challenge and let somebody come after him. And who comes out? Which is going to start his next feud. The man who he beat at the Royal Rumble, The Undertaker, is going to make his big return. And this is his next feud for SummerSlam. Undertaker's going to make his big return. But Undertaker's not fighting Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is fighting his brother Kane. But well, and here's the thing. Undertaker wants Shawn Michaels to retain. Everyone thought it was The Undertaker's coming out. No. Undertaker and Kane both came out. But, okay, I kind of messed myself up here. Kane comes out and challenges Shawn Michaels. But Undertaker is going to make his big return against Shawn Michaels. Big return for his feud at SummerSlam. He's going to ensure that Shawn Michaels wins so he can go on to SummerSlam and fight Shawn Michaels at SummerSlam. So, about 4 or 5 minutes into the match, gong hits, lights go out. Undertaker's in the middle of the ring. Shawn Michaels is on the outside, and Undertaker choke slams his brother, ending the match. Yes, Shawn Michaels does lose, but he doesn't lose his championship. And so for the weeks leading up to SummerSlam, Undertaker's going to be taunting Shawn Michaels. He's going to have some awesome promos and vignettes to display, challenging Shawn Michaels. And finally, at SummerSlam, Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker is going to take place. But, as no one expected, about 10 minutes into the match, Kane comes out, which is going to start a feud between Undertaker and Kane. He's going to beat up his brother. And once he's done, he's going to leave the ring. Shawn Michaels is going to go to the top rope, hit a big elbow drop. And then he's going to get up, he's going to tune up the band, sweet chin music. 1, 2, 3. Shawn Michaels, yet again, beats The Undertaker. But, here's a but. Shawn Michaels, this is going to be a sad moment for WWE fans. The next night on Raw, after he beat Undertaker, he reveals something shocking to the fans. During that match, he re-injured his back. This is the sad moment of this video. He injures his back after Undertaker throws him to the outside. He hits his back on the hardest part of the ring, on the apron, and he got his lower back too, which is the worst part. He ended up injuring his back again. Thank goodness it wasn't that bad. And Shawn Michaels has to relinquish his WWE Championship next night on Raw. He's going to take several months off, but after that, we need a new champion, and so they placed Triple H, Shawn Michaels' best friend, in a match against Chris Jericho. And Triple H defeats Chris Jericho for the WWE Championship. Triple H is the champion, and then Shawn Michaels is going to return. Thank goodness. The biggest part, Shawn Michaels returns to the 2008 Royal Rumble match. But the story's going to play the same. John Cena returns, wins the Rumble. But here's the thing. Shawn Michaels is in the Rumble, not Triple H, because he's the WWE Champion. John Cena ends up throwing Shawn Michaels out of the Royal Rumble to win the match. A hot return for Shawn Michaels and John Cena. Two big returns that night. And Shawn Michaels is furious. He wanted to win the Rumble, not to break the tie between him and Stone Cold, but what he does is he attacks John Cena the night before his big match at WrestleMania, setting up a triple threat match. No, he does not injure John Cena. John Cena is still in the match. A triple threat match between John Cena, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H. The match that happens in 2009 happens a year before. But John Cena and Shawn Michaels are both unsuccessful. They're both unsuccessful. Shawn Michaels gets knocked out of the ring with an attitude adjustment from John Cena, or gets thrown out of the ring by John Cena, but only for John Cena to turn around, get a pedigree, and get pinned in the middle of the ring, losing 2 years in a row at WrestleMania. So yeah, Shawn Michaels' championship reign only lasted from WrestleMania to SummerSlam. But the video is not over yet. You guys have not heard what happens next. Shawn Michaels is still furious, and Shawn Michaels wants his championship back. So in order to get him to win his championship back, we need to turn Shawn Michaels heel. Make a heel Shawn Michaels in 2008. And what better way to do that is at the next pay-per-view, which I also don't remember. I'm very sorry, guys. Like, I'm a big fan of WWE, but back in this time, I didn't really know what the main event, event is. And I might research and I might put it somewhere in here. I don't know, probably not, but who cares? Anyway, we need to turn him heel. And so John Cena also wants the championship. What better way to turn Shawn Michaels heel is a number one contenders match on Raw. Shawn Michaels versus John Cena. When the ref's not looking, Shawn Michaels pokes John Cena in the eye, ensuring that he's turning heel, and then hits him with sweet chin music. Just sweet chin music. No elbow drop, no flying forearm, no nothing. Just a sweet chin music. 1, 2, 3. John Cena loses the next fight on Raw, and Shawn Michaels ensures his number one contendership against Triple H at the next pay-per-view. Which ends up... Guys, I messed up. But what I was saying was... What I meant to say was he ensures a spot in the Money in the Bank pay-per-view match. So this is when Money in the Bank pay-per-view starts in this timeline, where Shawn Michaels will go on to win the Money in the Bank. But for a while he starts feuding on and off, like having small feuds until SummerSlam. So basically, he has a mini feud with Ray, mini feud with Ray, mini feud with Triple H, and a mini feud with Randy Orton. Whatever. Mini feuds. Just really mini feuds. Yes, he does end up having 2 or 3 matches with Triple H, because Triple H, isn't the champion anymore. And you guys are probably wondering, why is Triple H not the champion anymore? Triple H ends up dropping his belt to none other than Randy Orton, who ends up trading brands. He loses it to Randy Orton after Randy Orton gets a match with Triple H at Money in the Bank. And so 2 weeks after Money in the Bank, on a match on Raw, Triple H has his rematch with Randy Orton. Shawn Michaels, out of nowhere, knocks Triple H out with his Money in the Bank briefcase while Randy Orton's knocked out. He ends up super kicking Randy Orton, and the ref adds Shawn to the match. Shawn pins Triple H 1, 2, 3 in the center of the ring, winning his WWE Championship back and having a 4th reign with the title. And Shawn Michaels then, after a while there, he does start more feuds. He starts a feud with Jeff Hardy because Jeff Hardy wants the WWE Championship. He starts start a feud with Randy Orton and Triple H, John Cena, Edge, and Batista, the top guys at the time. Shawn Michaels starts a feud with, and he runs right through them. Since he's a heel now, he runs right through all of them. And then we're going to end up into 2009, and Shawn Michaels, since he's the WWE Champion, calls out The Undertaker just a few short weeks before WrestleMania 25, which, yep, this part is the same, except for Shawn Michaels, WWE Champion. And he challenged Undertaker to a streak versus championship match. So we move on to WrestleMania. Because Shawn Michaels isn't in the Royal Rumble match. He has a match with Batista or somebody at the Royal Rumble. Elimination Chamber, he has a match with somebody else for the WWE Championship, and he also wins that. He goes in to WrestleMania 25 as champion against The Undertaker, but unfortunately, he comes up short. Since he's a heel, he uses heel tactics. This is not a clean match, but Shawn Michaels still ends up short. Loses the match to The Undertaker. The Undertaker takes his championship, and then after that, Shawn Michaels walks out, takes a break from the company. But in this timeline here, he's going to return not at SummerSlam, but he's going to make his big return at Survivor Series to captain Team Raw, and he gets the loudest pop, ensuring that now he's a babyface. Leads Team Raw into Survivor Series. Team Raw wins Survivor Series against Team SmackDown, which ends up with Shawn Michaels and Triple H, the last two for Team Raw. Yep, you guessed it. Shawn Michaels and Triple H are back as D-Generation X, and they pretty much co-captained 2009. I believe that, yeah, they did co-captain, and they co-captain again. He comes back, part of DX, and so him and Triple H end up going on the tag team run later. Not in earlier 2009, and later 2009. They capture the tag team championships from Jericho. Jericho goes to try to win the match. DX defeats them again, which, makes they end up splitting up after that match. And then in February of 2010, at the Elimination Chamber, DX drops the championships to Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre, which is a newly formed tag team at the time. And that's when DX splits up again. And at the end of this timeline, pretty much the same stuff happens. Shawn Michaels challenges Undertaker, but he challenges Undertaker later. He doesn't challenge Undertaker at the same time. And sure enough, he loses his career to The Undertaker at WrestleMania 26 in 2010. And that's what would have happened if Shawn Michaels defeated John Cena at WrestleMania 23 in 2007. That's what would have happened. Make sure to leave a like if you like this video. I liked making the video, so I would love to see a whole bunch of thumbs up on this video. And subscribe to become a part of the WWE fan family. That's just what I'm going to call it for now. I'm not sure I'm going to call it for now because, this ain't my main channel. So, yeah, that's going to end this video. I will see you all in the next one. Peace.